My 4 years of MIT, I was a student athlete.
You're only a student athlete if you can do this.
My roommate just got home. If you want to join in the video, talk about some D3 basketball, feel free. Okay, so this is my roommate, AJ. So let's talk about some MIT athletics.
I'm AJ. Same year as Kylie, so just graduated in 2019. I played 4 years of MIT basketball.
Varsity D3.
It was amazing. Probably the best 4 years of my life. That sounds sad.
I don't know. I feel like MIT was also the best 4 years of my life. I think I peaked at MIT, so.
At MIT, I studied course 2, which is mechanical engineering. Only one major. I'm not a double major. Crazy person. Did you double major?
Yeah, I double majored.
Crazy.
So for me, I did a lot of different athletics while I was at MIT. Freshman year, I figure skated for the MIT Figure Skating Club, but I also did synchronized skating for this team called Team Excel in Boston. And then when I was at MIT, I decided that I wanted to play men's ice hockey. So I also played on the men's ice hockey club. And that was because when I was in high school, I played co-ed hockey. What I really enjoyed about co-ed hockey was actually just, checking people and slamming people into the boards, because I can skate, but I can't really do much with the puck. Sophomore year and junior year, I decided that I wanted to be just around campus more. So I ended up doing figure skating for the MIT Figure Skating Club for both years. I skated in shows, intercollegiate competitions, stuff like that. And then I kept playing hockey. At the end of my junior year, I tried out for this team called Haydenettes. Yeah, I ended up making it. Yeah, I did that my senior year. I'm still doing that now. It's been a ride. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been fun.
I quit after the 4 years. I no longer do any basketball, unfortunately. And she just won nationals. The beast.
Yeah, that was a pretty good moment. What was your athletic schedule playing basketball?
It was pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So every day I had basically the same schedule. It was wake up, go to class. After class, you head to the athletic training room, get treatment, have practice from 5 to 7, eat dinner, and then work until you finish your work, and then go to sleep and do the same thing. Then game days, most of our teams that were in our conference at least were super close, so travel wasn't really an issue.
Did you ever miss class for games and stuff?
Rarely. There were maybe a handful of times where I had to email the professor and say, oh, I'm gonna miss this class for the bus that is leaving at 2:30. Our coach was on us at the beginning of the season, here's our schedule, email all your professors if you're gonna miss an exam.
That's good. Yeah, I feel MIT professors are usually pretty good at understanding how you balance your life. For my athletic schedule, it varied year to year because I just did so many different things. I guess freshman year, in order to get to practice, my teammate would have to come pick me up, or I would have to walk to the tee, take the tee for an hour to get to my teammate who would pick me up, and then we'd drive for an hour to get to the rink. So sometimes I would end up being gone. Even if our practice was from 4 to 8 or something, I would be gone from 2 to 10, which is pretty ridiculous. It was mostly weekend heavy, and then I only had Wednesday nights and Thursday night practices that were close enough to Boston, so I didn't really have to miss anything then. Hockey was 5 to 7 every day, which is what the varsity schedule is, and we're really lucky at MIT that we have a club hockey team that's almost fully funded in terms of ice and coaching. As for the MIT Figure Skating Club, we just had morning ice. We had a ton of ice on the weekends in the mornings. We had maybe 4 hours on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And then we have, I want to say 2 hours Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 or something. I ended up living in the closest dorms or houses to the facility, to the ice rink, so I could roll out of bed at 7:45 and make it on the ice by 8, which is pretty cool. And then I would schedule my classes so that I could skate until 9:30 or 10 and then go to class. After classes were over, I would get in 2 hours of homework and then go to hockey for 2 hours, eat dinner, and then just peace out for the rest of the night.
Yep.
What do you do when you have practice at 5?
An exam at 7.
Club meeting at 9.
A piece due at 10.
And I am foosball at 11. So AJ, how did you time manage with like athletics and classes and just being able to like balance everything at MIT?
It was definitely a learn the hard way type situation where if the first week of the season you don't plan well and you procrastinate and then you don't get enough sleep and then you have bad practices and then you get frustrated and just doing that poorly one week, you realize okay, I can't do that next week, and then you change your routine until you figure out what works. So
and I also think like for balancing stuff, for me what worked was being able to like visualize a schedule. I was really good at knowing how long a task was going to take me. So I was really good at saying like, I think this essay is going to take me 3 hours to do tonight, or this piece set's going to take me 2 hours. And then being able to like slide those chunks of time into the schedule that was like rigid for me, you know?
I wish I was good at that. I was so bad.
I also think the other thing that was very helpful was just like knowing your priorities, because for me, like academics was a priority, and you know, everybody at MIT has different priorities. Like some people prioritize classes, some people prioritize research, some people just want to like get their degree and, you know, like get out of there and find a job. And like, for example, I know that for me personally, there were some days where I just didn't go to figure skating, or there were some days where I missed both figure skating and hockey. Not for my synchro team, so that was unacceptable. So like that would have to be my top priority in season for synchro. So I think it just comes down to like, what are your priorities and adhering to that, you know?
One thing that was really cool for basketball was we had this one professor that happened to be in mechanical engineering. So he was like one of my professors, probably my sophomore year. He would, like every home game, he was there at the game, and he would like sit on our bench like one of the coaches. Like he was just there to support us, and our coach was nice enough to like let him sit on the bench. He was awesome. I
think in general, MIT just wants all of their students to like do well in class, but also be able to take advantage of like the clubs and like the extracurriculars that are, you know, available. I guess, did you enjoy playing like basketball your time at MIT? Like what other aspects would you tell like prospective students?
Well, I definitely love like playing basketball was one of my favorite parts about MIT. Looking back, I don't know if I would have been able to do MIT if I didn't have like that group of guys that was there to support me. And yeah, it was a time commitment, but I never thought of doing it any other way.
I also just feel like having a sport helps you kind of take your mind off of things for a while and like decompress a little bit, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Anyways, social aspect, I got really, really close with the hockey team because, I mean, we saw each other every day. It's like basically the same as basketball, right? A lot of my like best guy friends are from playing hockey. And like Keith, who inspired me to make this channel, he played hockey.
It's also like when you come freshman year, having a sports team is just automatic friends.
When like nobody knows each other.
And that are older than you. Like you have people that can give you tips because they went through the same thing you went through. And if you just come in without having a sport, not that you should be scared if you are coming in and not playing a sport.
If you play a sport, then you come in knowing that you at least belong to a community among all the other ones that you can find. Overall, MIT is very supportive of the athletics program, I'd say. And like, if you're coming into MIT knowing that you've committed to like a sports team, like you're definitely not alone. So many people play sports at MIT, and like, I think that's one of the best things about MIT is like how balanced everybody is in like extracurriculars. Make sure you subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
I was part of the other video, right?
Oh yeah, you were in my tic-tac-toe or Hangman?
Hangman. When I lost.
Yeah, check out his reaction video, the end of my Hangman video.